Let's look at the true or false from this test. Number 1, every point on an angle bisector is equidistant from the sides of the angles. Equidistance, that means the same distance from each side. Let's look at an angle bisector. This is just a sketch, which means I did not make it perfect. Angle A here has been bisected by ray AD. What this says is that each point on AD is the same distance away from the sides of that angle. It's exactly as far from AB as it is from AC. Well, yes, an angle bisector goes through the middle of the angle, so it's going to be right in between the two sides of the angle. It's right between these two sides. This point is exactly as far from here as it is from here. So is point D way down here. It may be farther than this point, but as far as the two sides, D is exactly as far away from AB as it is from AC. So that is true. The incenter of a triangle is the center of the circle circumscribed around the triangle. Actually, no, it's the center of a circle that's inscribed. So this one is false. In a right triangle, the orthocenter is located at the vertex of the right angle. Well, orthocenter is composed of the altitudes, and in a right triangle, the altitudes are the two legs of the right triangle. This is an altitude, and this is an altitude. So yes, if I were to construct all of the altitudes of this triangle, they would intersect right there. That's true. The shortest distance from a point to a line is the length of the perpendicular segment from the point to the line. The shortest distance from a point to a line is to go straight towards it at a right angle. The length of the perpendicular line from the point to the line. If I go this way, it's farther. The distance from here to here is always the shortest distance, which is to go right straight to it at a right angle. So that's true. A rhombus is a parallelogram with all angles congruent. Actually, all sides congruent, so that is false. A geometric construction uses a ruler and a protractor. All angles are measured carefully. No, that's a drawing. Drawings use rulers and protractors and measurements. Constructions use only a compass and a straight edge, and there is no direct measurement with numbers. So that one's false. If a point is on a segment and is equidistant from the endpoints of a segment, it must be the midpoint. Once again, in geometry, it's very helpful to draw pictures. Sorry about that. If a point is on a segment and it is equidistant, the same distance between those 2 points, it must be the midpoint. Yes, that's the very definition of midpoint, that it's exactly the same distance from the endpoints. That's true. The centroid of a triangle is also called the center of gravity of a triangle. Yes, that's true. We talked about that in class. The centroid is made up of the medians. Where the medians are concurrent, that's called the centroid, and that is the center of gravity. It's where you would balance it. If you were building in construction, you would put a support beam right there. That's what we use it for.